Here I have this past question that says that construct a heptagon in a circle diameter 100. Construct a heptagon in a circle diameter 100. So let's see how we can construct a heptagon in a circle of diameter 100 millimeters. So what we are to do first is to draw a horizontal line. So let's draw it somewhere here in the middle. So we have the line. Okay, so then we are going to divide 100 by 2. That will give us 50 millimeters. So we take a measurement of 50 millimeters on the ruler. So this is 50 millimeters here. So here we have 50 millimeters, and we put the pin. So just put the pin on the line, and then so draw a circle. So draw a circle like this. So here we have this circle of diameter 100 millimeters. All right, so having done that, so we are going to divide the diameter of the circle into 7 equal parts because we are constructing a heptagon. So we are going to divide the diameter of the circle into 7 equal parts because we are constructing a heptagon. That's a 7-sided polygon. So let's call this point here. Let's say this is point A. So this particular point where the circle touches this line. So let's call it, this is point A here. Okay, so we have this now. Now, so we are now going to divide the line into, that's the diameter of the circle. We are dividing into 7 equal parts. So we have this. So I'm going to take a measurement of so just let me take a measurement of so let me use 15 millimeters each. This 15, so this is 2 and this is 3. Okay, and this is 4. So here I have this to be 5, and then so come here, I have this to be, so this is 6. So and then I have this to be, so this is 7. Okay, so we have this. So the last one that we have here, we are joining it to the end of the line, so which is this point on the circle. So then we now need to draw for other points. So with the set square being set along this line and being supported with this set square or ruler, so we shift to the next point. So shift to the next point like this. So draw this line. Okay, then shift to the next point. Okay, so draw this line. Okay, so then we shift the set square to the next point, then we draw this line from here to here. So then so we shift to the next point. So we shift to the next point and we draw. So shift to the next point and draw like this, and then we shift to the next point. Okay, so we draw like this. Okay, so we have this. We have divided this line 100 millimeters into 7 equal parts, which is diameter of the circle. So we are going to number. So this is 1 and this is 2. So here I have this to be 3. So this is 4. So this is 5, and then this is 6, and this is 7. So I will use a method that will make this work accurate and perfect. Okay, so quickly, okay, so just follow the method that I'm going to use here. All right, so what we are to do next is that we are going to take the compass. We put the pin here at point A here, and then we extend to this point 7, so which is the diameter of the circle, which is diameter of the circle. So then we draw an arc up like this. Okay, then we draw an arc down like this. Okay, so you draw it down like this, and then so now so put the point, so put the pinpoint of the compass at this point here on this point 7. So it will touch this point A here. It touches A at this point like this. Okay, so it touches A here. Then draw an arc up like this. Let it intersect this one, and then draw it down here. Let it intersect this arc at this point. So here we have this point. So I'll call this point of intersection of the arcs, I'll call it point P, while this point here, I'll call it point Q as we have it here. So now, so we are going to be drawing a line from this point P here. It will pass through point 2, and we draw from here. It will pass through point 4. We draw from here. It will pass through point 6 and touching the circle here. So we usually make use of the even number. Okay, so we usually make use of even number. So any number of this is a general method for the construction of polygons of any number of sides. So for any number that you are constructing, so you have to make use of the even numbers. Okay, so we draw a line from point P passing through point 2. So draw a line from point P passing through point 2 like this. Okay, so we have this now. Okay, then it touches the circle at this point, so we take note of this point where it touches the circle. So we have this, and then I will draw again. So from point P passing through point 4, so which is also an even number. So draw like this, passing through point 4 and touching the circle here. So we have this point like this. Okay, then draw again from point P passing through point 6, so draw like this, so it goes like this. So we have what we have, this point here. So here we have this point. Okay, so as we have done for point P, we also need to do for point Q. So draw from this point Q again, so passing through point 2 and touching the circle. So it goes like this, passing through point 2 and touching the circle here. So we have this point, so we have this point here like this, and then we draw from point Q again, passing through point 4, and touching the circle. So it goes like this. Okay, we have it here, so it touches the circle at this point, and then so we draw from point Q again, passing through point 6 and touching the circle. So it goes like this. So we have it, so touching the circle at this point. So here we have this point. All right, so for what we have here, so this point that we have here, so we call it point B. So this is point B, so this point is point C, and this point here is point D. Okay, so this point D, and this point here is point E. So you can see that I took note of the point for me to be able to see them. Please go do it as I did it here. So this is point F. Okay, so and this is point G. If you look at the number of letters that we have here, there are 7 letters starting from A. So we are going to connect this point together. So we are connecting point A and B together with a straight line. So we have a side of the heptagon, and point B and C. So we connect them together. We have this. Okay, so another side of the heptagon, and then so we connect point C and D together like this with a straight line. Another side of the heptagon, we connect DE together. So we have what we have, this side. So this is the 4th side. Okay, then we connect E and F together. So this gives us the 5th side, and then we connect F and G together. So this gives us the 6th side. So this is the 6th side. Okay, then we now connect G and A together. So that gives us the 7th side. So this method is more accurate. So it's more accurate and perfect. You can see. So this is how to construct a heptagon when you are given the diameter of the circle. So you can also use this method to construct a octagon, a nonagon, and so on. So don't forget that, as I said, that when you have drawn this axe, you have to draw a line from the point of intersection of the axe passing through point 2 or passing through the even numbers. So depending on the number that you asked to construct. Thank you. Keep on practicing, and God bless you.